Hello Year 3, Mrs Norris here with your English learning for today, Friday the 22nd of May. Okay, so we have been working really hard on our topic about trolls, and today's I can edit and publish my fact file. So today's learning, where are we in our learning journey? Finishing your draft writing of a fact file if you haven't already. Edit and proofread your work if you need to, and then publishing your fact file. Those are the things we're going to look at today. Okay, so we are on the edit and publish part of our writing journey. We should be able to combine the two things today, as long as you have finished completing the writing draft section of your fact file. Okay, so here is your plan from Thursday, where you have got the structure down the side and then your notes for keywords and key phrases all put together. So you're going to need that to help and support you. Okay, and here I have put up all the different elements that I have used over the week into sections, and also my description of green trunk troll from last week as well, so we can have a little look at what we've got. We're going to edit and improve the writing, looking at the keys to success. I'm going to check for any spelling errors, and then have a little look at the vocabulary choices and see if any words can be up-leveled and improved. You might want to take a sentence out, you might want to put another one in. This is the time to do it. Choose a different coloured pen or pencil to help you see, as we do in class, to spot different errors and to spot improvements when you then publish your work. Okay, here we are. So we have got a title up here, we've got an introductory paragraph, and then we have our subheadings down the page. I've left this one in because obviously you will have chosen something else as well. And then underneath each section, each subheading, we have got your writing. So we've got a paragraph of writing for each one. And then lastly, leaving the bottom one here, the did you know, for your most interesting fact. So that's how you probably will have laid it out in your book so far. We will talk about presenting and the publishing side when we have gone through the editing and improving. Okay, so let's put on the screen. Here we are. So here is our fact file key to success. So let's just tick off now, going through the features, what I have within my fact file. Make sure I have got everything first of all. Got a heading, there is my heading, so let's tick that off. Introductory paragraph. Here's my introductory paragraph, just telling a little bit of information that you're going to find out here. Subheadings as questions. So each of my subheadings here are all question subheadings. It's okay if one isn't, or two, as long as you've got some element of questions. My information is definitely organised into paragraphs underneath those subheadings. Punctuation, the use of question marks, definitely have that part. Have I used any exclamation marks though? Here we go, one down the bottom here. I'm not sure if you can just about see it. Here it is. There we go. So I have all the structural features within my text. Factual language, technical vocabulary. I've definitely got some things that are linked to technical vocabulary, thinking about what trolls are like, and some words that you won't have come across in different text. Here we are. Adjectives to describe the features. There are plenty of adjectives. Look, cold and murky caves. So some noun phrases. Long and curly horns. So I can definitely tick those features off. Adverbs to start the sentences. So we've got interestingly, sometimes, amazingly. Definitely have those to engage the reader. Conjunctions. Let's have a little look. We've got the use of because. We've got the use of so here, and we've got but up here as well. So we have those features. Okay, so the two things that I haven't got yet, because they weren't involved in our writing part, are any images, photos, pictures, and then a label for them. So that part comes with the publishing part. So we know those two, I'll put a cross in there, are the two things that I now need to think about when I am publishing. Okay, so keys to success, we've had a look at that. Any spelling errors? None that I can see, but check that through in your own work. Is there any vocabulary choices that I would like to up level or change? Well, here, because I've started to explain about green trunk, what I probably need to do is just adapt that sentence a little bit and adapt this one as well here, because it's not just about green trunk, it's not just the description about green trunk, is it this time? From your character description. It is about the truth about trolls. So I might put trolls, for example, one called Green Trunk has these amazing long curly horns. And here where it said Green Trunk's teeth are most disgusting, I could put most trolls' teeth are disgusting. Green Trunk, a famous troll, has the most disgusting teeth of all. So those two sentences there will need to be changed and adapted, so they are generic, but you can have an example of using the name of one of the trolls. Okay, and then the last paragraph, obviously, we have got the did you know, so the amazing fact features. So let's tick this last one off here. Okay, so you might up level, so let's have a little look. You might up level using some of the words from these lists here. You could tick off how many words. We know we've used interestingly, amazingly, mouldy, I've used earthquake, I think I've used eaten, and there will be some other ones here, and I can try and tick off as many as I can to be within my writing. I've left this screen on here so you can just double check how you use the adverbs themselves at the start of sentences, so you can pause to have a little look. And this is also saved on the Google Drive documents as well. Now, for presenting your Truth About Trolls fact file itself, I have put these two pictures on, two screenshots of the original fact file that you've read through and you've been dissecting in a way, unpicking for exploring as a writer. So obviously it's laid out a little bit differently to how when you draft write something. So if I go back up here, it's laid out very differently to when you finally publish. So putting these two back on. So we need to think about how can we present. So this is going to be an element of choice here for you. So you need to either source some images that you would like, and print them off and cut them out, or recreate using pencils, colouring, drawing, and you've got your image of your troll as well that you can put in. I've screenshot here some examples of how fact files can be presented. So you've got different ways to present your fact file. All use the images and some text, and there's a did you know here as well for an interesting fact and a title, but you might want to set it out a little bit differently to the one in the original document we've been looking at. I have put on Google Drive this one here, this example of a fact file. However, sometimes when a fact file, not just a fact file, when any piece of work is already prescribed as where you will put things, it stifles your creativity for presenting how you would like. So you don't have to use this example. It is on Google Drive if you want to use it, but I'm quite happy if you present it in a different way, or just on paper and then use plain pieces of paper like we have done when we've done our Vikings work, and stick and cut some pictures in spaces to block your work out. You might choose to present it on the computer if you've got access to be able to use some software to do that. That's okay as well. You make a decision how you would like to publish it. Okay, I think that is all the elements of today's lesson that we've gone through. So how have you got on today? Have you been able to write your fact file? That's a different icon here. I can edit and publish my fact file. Have you edited your work? Going through your success criteria, again that's on Google Drive as well for you to print off and check off if you want to. And have you published your fact file? Again, your choice how you want to present your fact file. Thank you for working really hard. I really appreciate all the effort you've put in, and thank you to your parents as well for making sure you're sitting down and completing your home learning. I hope you have a lovely half term, Year 3. I look forward to working with you again when we return. Bye bye.